Global Park in Winnipeg starting to stir because their golden boy, their living legend from back in the 80s, is here in the new millennium, fighting again, Donny Lalonde.
This is Lalonde's 19th time fighting in his home of Winnipeg. First thing on Hill's mind is winning the fight. The second thing might be, well, if he wins the fight, does he get it here in the hometown and the home country of Lalonde?
Well, when Donny Lalonde turned pro was when Roberto Duran said no mas to Sugar Ray down in New Orleans. Teo Stevenson won his third straight Olympic gold for Cuba. And Robert De Niro was on the big screen playing Jake LaMotta. 23 years removed. They are ready to go at it now. There is 39-year-old Virgil Hill. Quicksilver still proud to call North Dakota home. Currently, the Ring Magazine's 9th-ranked cruiserweight in the world. Hill's long-standing career has him at 48-4, 23 knockouts. He's just 2.5 years removed from his cruiserweight title. Since that stunning first-round KO, he is 2-1. Let's hear Teddy's tips for Virgil Hill.
Number one, for Hill, make it a jabbing contest. You both like to fight on the outside, so the man with the better left hand should have control. You have the better left, so you. Number two, the quick, sneaky left hook. That's your best punch. Either off your jab or off the counter. If Lalonde misses with the right hand, leaning in. And finally, go forward sometimes. Your forte is to stay outside. We mentioned that. But in the spots that Lalonde will go straight back, follow him with punches, and make him pay.
And here is Donny Lalonde, the golden boy long before Hoy ever stepped through the ropes. Winnipeg native, now lives in Costa Rica and trains with Freddie Roach in L.A. 41-4-1, 33 knockouts in his 23-year career. He's made 3 comebacks from long layoffs in his career. Teddy's tips for the 43-year-old Donny Lalonde.
Well, number one for Lalonde, not complicated. Find a way to land the right hand. Payoff punch. It has the power to turn the fight your way. Second, nullify his jab. You both like to box on the outside, we said that, but he will probably get the better of it with a superior jab. Take it away from him by throwing right hands over or stepping out of range, then back in with your jab. And finally, keep your left and your right hand up. You like to drop your left. That's bad because he'll hit you with rights. But also, hold that right hand up tight when you come forward. He has a tremendously sneaky, quick left hook. Keep that right hand up.
You look at the ring experience between Hill and Lalonde. The championship rounds. Oh, Virgil Hill. Think he's been in there a little bit, Teddy? 268 championship rounds in his career.
That's why he's only 39 years old. I say only. Boy, when you're talking about guys over 40, I guess you say that. But he's only 39, Lalonde 43. But the 39 might be really older because he's been in with the better fighters and in the tougher fights. Both these fighters, Joe, have a temperament of being on the outside. They like to be outside. They like to use those left hands. Whoever has the better left hand, you don't need me to tell you, he's going to have a lead. And they're stepping in. We just said it on the tips. Lalonde likes to step back with those hands down. What did we just say? Keep that right hand up? Well, the right hand was down. Lalonde stepped back, and Hill was able to catch him with a left hook and stagger him.
Right as you're saying, whoever has the better left hand, Donny Lalonde taking the 8 count here.
Lalonde complaining, saying that he was only temporarily off balance. He was temporarily off balance because of the left hand. Once again, both guys like being on the outside. It's probably going to be in the responsibility in the lap of Hill to be the one coming forward. Partly because of what you just saw. There are opportunities to catch Lalonde backing straight up. Lalonde likes distance. He likes to look to set up that right hand. The left hand is just a mesmerizing punch, just a punch to kind of distract you. set you up. The right hand's the one you got to worry about.
Well, since he tried to play off that left hand, more of the same from Donny Lalonde. Backpedaling, staying on the outside.
He wants room. He wants room for that right hand. He wants to. Neither fighter, big fighters on the inside. I think if anyone's a little better on the inside, again, it would be Hill. Lalonde looking to use that jab, just pulling with it, just flashing it. What he's looking to do is what Igamar Johansson did with Floyd Patterson in their first fight. Use that jab just to hypnotize Hill, just to blind him a little bit, just to distract him, take his vision away, and then have a right hand go right behind it and hope he doesn't see it. Lalonde's game plan always is. You can see the right hand missing.
Donny Lalonde, the third comeback career. The latest started last October. He is 3-0 since then. It was a 4-year break. There's a right hand from Virgil Hill.
Break, stop. No punch. Stop.
Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas in Winnipeg. Virgil Hill and Donny Lalonde. Left hand from Virgil Hill. Quick statement to start off this fight, Teddy.
It is. We're going to get a look at it as I'm talking here. You're going to see Lalonde back straight up. We talked about in the tips. Come forward, Virgil, every once in a while. And he was able to come forward and land the left hook there. Not a big shot, but the left hook was clean, and Lalonde backing up was off balance, too. The key here is options. I think Hill has a little bit more options. Both guys like to stay on the outside, use that jab on the outside, but Hill can come forward and be aggressive, and that can give him a big edge.
Teddy, Donny Lalonde has a lot of respect for Virgil Hill. In talking to him yesterday, he doesn't think there's going to be many surprises here. He says that he thinks Hill may have lost his legs a little bit, and because of that, he's tending to be more of an aggressive fighter. So he sees it as kind of two trains coming together.
Well, Hill sees it as being aggressive for a reason, because what we saw on the tips, that he can catch Lalonde backing straight up. And tonight, it makes sense to be aggressive. Hill, throughout his career, has not been aggressive. He's been a boxer. He's been a guy who used his left hand and that counter left hook that he uses real well. But good fighters adjust to their man. And Hill thinks being aggressive tonight, carefully and responsibly, smartly, but it makes sense. He thinks he can catch Lalonde stepping back and nullify his offense. Lalonde's only offense, Joe, is if you leave him alone and he can flick out that left hand and then have your feet set to throw the right hand. But if you're backing him up and you're catching him shots with that head up in the air, well, you take that chance away from Lalonde like that.
Another right hand comes in from Virgil Hill.
We talked about in the tips, keep your hands up if you're Donny Lalonde. He does not keep his hands up, especially when he steps out. And he's been catching some leather stepping out. Only chance for Lalonde, the right hand, and a blind left hand or right hand. What I mean by that is a right hand perfectly placed right behind the left, where the last thing Hill would see would be that left jab. That's what Lalonde wants to do. Just like Igamar Johansson did, like I said, when he took the title with a big shot years ago against Floyd Patterson for the heavyweight title. Blind you, and then right behind it is a right hand. George Foreman does that too. Unfortunately, he did it in my fight.
Just about to say that. Michael facing that 1-2.
A lot of people think, but Michael Moore never saw it coming. With this connection. Right now, Hill moving forward. He's controlling the rounds. He's keeping Lalonde from being set on his feet.
Scoring well with that left hand again here, and comes right back with another straight right, does Virgil Hill.
See, Hill has more options here. He can go to the body, he can fight a little inside, he can come forward, and he can fight outside, he can counter. You come forward, Hill will counter the heck out of you. But he has more options. Lalonde has what you see. What you see is what you get. Just flip that jab, stay on the outside, Not fight inside much, if at all, and look to nail you, hopefully, with a right hand. That is the extent of the options of Lalonde. One dimension. And like I said in the tips, both guys depend on their left hand. I just feel Hill has a better one. A little bit more educated, a little stronger, a little bit more conventional, a little bit more together.
Well, Donny Lalonde took a standing 8 count in that first round due to a left hand. It was another strong round from Virgil Hill. Well, the natives ringside here in Winnipeg may soon be getting restless as Donny Lalonde as he start picking up his percentages of punch stats a little bit as you see the punches in round 2. Through 2 rounds, he has landed 6% of his total punches.
One of the problems for Lalonde, both guys like to stay outside, both guys like to use their left hand, but quite honestly, anything Lalonde can do, Hill can do better. He's got a better left hand, he can fight inside, Lalonde can't. He can come forward, Lalonde can't. He can fight outside, he can counter. Anything Lalonde does, Hill can match it and does it better. Except for one thing, and that's what Lalonde's dependent on here tonight. The power in the right hand. Lalonde can punch better with that one shot.
Swelling around the left eye of Donny Lalonde.
I guess after saying that, the analysis of what final analysis of what I just said is that it's a decision that figures to be Hill. If Lalonde's to win, probably have to come via a big punch. Okay. And Lalonde just missed with the right hand there behind the ear of Hill. If he lands that, he can turn this fight around, especially behind the ear. Hill gives you that opportunity once in a while when he lays on his right. So Lalonde can get the distance and get enough time where he's not pressured. Because he needs time, Lalonde, if he set the punch. If he can get enough time, which he's not getting right now. So Hill is smart. He's keeping Lalonde moving his feet so he can't be set for the one chance he has. Land the right hand. Lalonde wants that shot. Land that right hand behind the ear of Hill, where he can throw the equilibrium off. Short circuit. We said both guys like the outside. Whoever has the best left hand, Joe, he's going to have the edge. We said Hill's got the better left hand. So far, he's got the edge. When Hill does get inside, he should recognize that Lalonde is not an inside fighter. Hill, by nature, is not either, but he's more of one than Lalonde, so take advantage of it.
Some blood now coming from the nose of Virgil Hill. As Donny Lalonde gets him some of his best work so far here in the closing moments of round number 3.
The crowd trying to steal around for Lalonde. We'll see if he does, or they do.
A good close to the third round for Donny Lalonde. Even Virgil Hill was still there with the jab as he has been throughout the first 3 rounds. And it looks like Teddy's tips has come to life here.
Well, so far we were talking about using that jab, make it a jabbing contest. And so far, when it's been a jabbing contest, it's all been Hill. That left hand has been scoring well, it's been scoring frequently, and it's been scoring clean. It's been jarring Lalonde. But Hill slowed down a little bit with it that last round. I'm sure his corner, Mike Hall's going to tell him, pick it up.
43-year-old Donny Lalonde. You heard him say earlier, I am here to beat George Foreman's record. I will be the oldest champion. Very, very serious about this comeback. Been working with Freddie Roach, who you see right there, out in Los Angeles. It's interesting, Teddy, in talking to Freddie Roach today, he He said when he first got his hands on Donny, he said, hey, Donny, you're a veteran guy. You know exactly what you're doing. We just got to sharpen you up a little bit and take the rust off. Donny Lalonde said to Freddie Roach, no, Freddie, I want you to treat me like I'm a 2-year-old. I want you to teach me the game again because I am a different athlete than I once was. He has so much more confidence in his ability with the left hand that he wanted Freddie Roach to redesign him, not just sharpen him up.
You know, it's a funny thing. Lalonde has been talking about this new medicine, the new treatment that he's been getting, that's been making him a new man, but I remember he was getting that treatment 16 years ago. Maybe he's getting more of it now.
Maybe they're serving up a little something different in Costa Rica. Round number 4. Our from the main event, Virgil Hill and Donny Lalonde, 2 former light heavyweight champions.
One thing Hill doesn't want to do is just stand in front of Lalonde. Got to go to the side, step out, change the distance. Use that jab. When he's using that jab, he nullifies Lalonde. When Lalonde is hit, he's off balance, and he's not in position to throw the right hand. Hill just stands in front. Well, the 43-year-old Lalonde might be able to catch one of those right-hand lightning bolts from 15, 16 years ago. He needs help, in other words. He needs to stand in front. Lalonde just missed with that right hand, so you could see what's on his mind. Just missed the tip of the chin of Hill. As long as he's able to still throw that punch and just miss, there's a chance he'll just land. Once again, Lalonde just missing with that right hand. And you can see that is what his hopes are based on. Maybe we'll go to a decision on a little home cooking. I don't know. We will find out if this goes to decision. We will find out if Hill has to worry about more than just a fighter in front of him. In the past, Hill has done pretty good traveling and getting wins to other people's countries or home countries. He's been able to go over to Germany, beat Henry Maski in a decision. He's been able to go to France and beat the home country favorite Fabrice Tiotto, both in knockouts and decisions.
Took the cruiserweight title on the road over in France.
Yeah, so far his track record has been pretty good on the road. We'll see if it goes to a decision, if that holds up. That means one thing. It means mentally, Virgil Hill is not bothered by being on the road, and that's important. He's not bothered by being in somebody's home country. He fights his fight regardless. He doesn't get that.
Well, it's a big night of action here, and the rest of the month won't disappoint. Brian Kenny has more. Take a look at the action there. And round number 4. We'll get to our preview of the month of July.
Another good round. Another good round for Virgil Hill, you know. And it all comes from the left hand. But the key if you're in Lalonde's corner is he's still looking for that right hand. If you're looking for any hope, I know this doesn't sound hopeful, but he just missed a couple times.
A little quick with him, okay? Just try to, as soon as he starts to jump the right hand over the top of me, okay? All right, it's gonna need it. Not there, okay, all right.
To the 5th round here, Donny Lalonde is yet to have a round where he has landed over 7 punches. Meanwhile, Virgil Hill, more consistent, is landing between 15 and 20 punches a round. Not a sensational pace set by either guy, but the productivity of Virgil Hill far superior and more accurate with his work.
So far, I have it a shutout. But what counts is what these local judges have it. You can see the plans. You can see the eyes of Lalonde. Use that jab, set up the right hand.
40-35 Hill. Of course, the 10-8 first round. Big left hand from Virgil Hill early on in that first round.
There's the key for Hill. Don't stand in front. can come behind cover. And that cover the left jab. When he comes up behind that left jab, he keeps Lalonde defensive. He backs Lalonde up. He hits Lalonde. Most important, he keeps Lalonde out of position to throw the right hand. Besides the fact that he scores with points, which is always good. You haven't seen the best punch of Hill yet. And you may not see it tonight because he needs the right opponent to land it or to throw it. He needs an aggressive opponent. Lalonde's not aggressive. The best punch of Hill, where he scored some knockouts where nobody expected. And there's that left-hand boy is doing some job. He's doing a paint job right now on the face of Lalonde. But the best punch of Hill is that counter left hook. He can throw it off the jab, or he can step back and throw a real counter. Real quick counter left hook, Joe. But to do that, he needs a guy coming forward. And Lalonde doesn't come forward.
No, he hasn't given him that long time.
No, it's sneaky, though. If Lalonde was to come forward and miss the right hand, I'll tell you. That left hook of Hill's can land so quick. And the reason why it's scored knockouts throughout his career is not because it's hard. It's because you don't see it. It's sneaky. Right now, you don't have to see it. Hill's carrying the fight with that left jab. And as we said, he's got more options, Joe. Hill can be aggressive. He can lay out, and he can get the better of it. He's got the better left hand than Lalonde. He can come forward. Lalonde can't come forward. Lalonde goes back straight. Hill can be aggressive. He can score that way. And if they get inside, Hill can score inside. Lalonde not an inside fighter. As we said earlier, Hill not a big inside fighter, but better than Lalonde.
There's that left hand again, just stabbing away, scoring time after time through 5 rounds here. Virgil Hill working well with that left hand against Donny Lalonde. All right, guys, round number 6, ready to go. Donny Lalonde, Virgil Hill. Oh, Max doing a little matchmaking for Miguel Cotto. Juan Valenzuela.
Little subtle change in the first round. We'll see if it keeps up. Lalonde a little bit more set on his feet and came out and shut the hard right hand right away. So it tells you 2 things. It tells you, one, that he's been told in the corner, or he realized on his own, but probably told by his top trainer. And he is a top trainer, Freddie Roach. He's behind. You better get your best friend working, and that's your right hand. That's how you're going to win the fight if you're going to win the fight.
Teddy, I know by all accounts most of us are seeing this fight the same way, but let me ask you this about Donny Lalonde. Does he look like a 43-year-old in there halfway through this fight?
Well, he's in there with a 39-year-old. That helps. That helps a lot. It looks like a one-dimensional fighter right now. We're trying to chuck that right hand a little bit more this round. He landed a little bit on the head of him, which is about the best he's done so far in this fight, which is good news for the corner of Lalonde. It means he's getting a little, because that is his hope. As the judges help him out so far the way it's going, he's not doing enough to win a decision. Although this round has been carrying it so far. Combination of letting his right hand go more and Hill taking off a little bit. Not using that jab. Not making it a jabbing contest this round, Hill. The only time Hill misses with the jab is when he doesn't throw it.
There it is.
This is a perfect example of how you can win a fight just with your hand. If you help. If you use it enough. Lalonde doing a little surprise work on the inside with the right. But it shouldn't be a surprise for Hill. I'll tell you why. We said that Lalonde's not much of an inside fighter. Either one of these guys are. But if Lalonde's going to do anything on the inside, it's only going to be with one hand. It's going to be with that right hand. So the experienced Hill should realize that. Shut that down. You only have to worry about one hand on the inside. Experienced guy like Hill, you would think, would not get hit with it.
And a little right uppercut snuck in there.
And the left hook is just a token. Just a token. Just to make them think about the other side a little bit. Not damaging. just to make them think about the little side, so the one that really means something can have a chance. All right.
Just the start of what is shaping up to be a big month of boxing on ESPN. Brian Kenny has more.
As we weigh in with 8 more nights of boxing. On Tuesday, Oscar De La Hoya presents an exciting fight card. Boxing and outdoor sports come to Reno. The ultimate underdog, Orlando Salido, headlines, while the world's best athletes compete in the great outdoor games. Super middleweight sensation Jeff Lacey faces him up. It's Letterlow versus Hall, plus highlights from the Forrest Mayorga rematch. Undefeated Olympian Brian Valoria is showcased. Fernando Vargas is back. Was Omar Sheikha against the Scott Pemberton. J.C. Candela returns off a strong performance against Winky Wright. And July ends with ring warrior Angel Manfredi. What about Donny ESPN2, the boxing authority?
Virgil Hill, 18 and a half years and 6 rounds into his pro career. Joe Tessitore and Teddy Atlas with you in Winnipeg. The punches through round 6. Donny Lalonde has thrown more, but he's only landed 11%. Teddy Atlas's scorecard through 6 rounds, 59-54, but you know what Lalonde was able to do with that right hand in the 6th round, Teddy.
And you could say it 2 ways. You like what he was able to do, and you don't like what Hill didn't do. Hill took a vacation. But at 39 years old, to learn that Kenny Rogers when to hold him, when to fold him.
There's that right hand, Teddy.
And Hill figured he needed that round. Oh, Lalonde following the last round, which I gave him the first round. I gave him following with another good start this round, letting that right hand go. And again, why is he going? Because Hill's standing in front, not doing nothing. And Lalonde having some urgency. Being rooted on by the home crowd. Being told by his corner, terrific trainer Freddie Rhodes, hey, you better start stepping up. Lalonde's looking for the sweet spot with that right hand. He wants full extension right there. That's where he wants. And right now, Hill's giving it to him. See, Hill's staying at no man's land. Shouldn't be standing right there at the end of the reach of Lalonde. He should be all the way in, pressing behind that jab like that. That's what Hill needs to do, or be all the way out. He cannot stand out there in no man's land at the end of the punches of Lalonde. Lalonde was affected by that right hand.
First minute of this 7th round was all Donny Lalonde, but Virgil Hill connecting with the past couple right hands, scoring well against the 43-year-old former champ.
The last 2 fights of Hill have been the heaviest of his career. Tonight he came in 192.5 pounds. How good is condition? That might tell the fight the rest of this way. Because if he can press forward with that left hand, he has the condition to do that. He'll carry this fight. But if he starts slowing down like he did the last round and early in this round, standing in front, not pressing behind the left, perhaps because he's tired, oh, he'll let Lalonde back in this fight. The early part of the round was Lalonde, but the last part of the round has been Hill. Now it might finish strongly to capture the eyes of the judges. This could be a pivotal round.
Yeah, the most interesting round of the fight so far, this 7th round, where Donny Lalonde came to life early on, only to see Virgil Hill return fire. Welcome back to this ESPN Saturday boxing special. Joe Tessitore and Teddy Atlas with the 8th round between 2 former light heavyweight champions, Virgil Hill and Donny Lalonde. Teddy, in that 7th round, Donny Lalonde landed half of his total punches landed in the first minute of that round. So in a round where he had maybe his best work, he may not have won the round.
Well, that goes to that old adage. Is it better to start strong or to finish strong? That's the question to that round with the judges.
Both men have been coming on as this fight has progressed in the 6th and 7th round. Both fighters had their high marks of the fight in terms of punches landed. For Lalonde, a total of 19. For Virgil Hill, a total of 48 punches landed.
I think the key is conditioning right here. And I usually don't say that. I usually talk about the mental aspect and the technical aspect. Now the technical aspect's still there. He'll get when he throws his punches. He's better with the left hand. He's just overall as far as what he can technically get done in there and how many things he can get done compared to Lalonde. But if he's not in shape to keep that left hand up, to keep that pace up, Lalonde can get what he needs, which is time and a spot to land the right hand. Because when Hill was working, when he was keeping his workload up with that left hand coming forward, Lalonde was not in the fight. Because Lalonde was eating leather. Importantly, he was off balance for that right hand. Now you can see Lalonde set. Now he hasn't thrown anything yet, but he's set. He has the landscape he wants. He has the setting to be allowed to throw a right hand right now. Why? Because Hill is not as consistent with the left, although Hill's carrying this down pretty good and reddening the eye, underneath the eye, the left eye of Lalonde. That eye getting redder by the moment.
Yeah, a little blood starting to show now. There was an abrasion and some bruising that showed up in the 2nd round, advanced itself in the 3rd. But here in round number 8, now you can start to see the work being done by Virgil Hill on the face of Donny Lalonde.
Yeah, you can use this thing now that we touched on earlier. Hill is painting the face of Lalonde and using it as his color.
Good job with the jab here in round number 8. Virgil Hill.
That's been everything.
Goes right to the walking stick, Teddy. He's landed already 21 jabs here in the closing moments of round number 8.
The old-timers would say, sometimes you can win a fight, son, just with your left hand. Well, tonight, Lalonde, or Hill actually, can win this fight just with his left hand. And so far, at least in our book, is winning this fight with his left hand.
Going to have 2 rounds to work with. He's one of the champions to come from North, native son of Winnipeg, but Teddy Adams. Some other notable Canadians.
Well, first of all, the important thing why I wanted him up first, George Dixon, first black title holder of all time. Special person. Tommy Burns, smallest heavyweight of all time. Lennox Lewis, done a terrific job. Arturo Gatti, well, he's Mr. Excitement. Matthew Hilton, well, he was one of the 5 fighting Hilton brothers. Of course, he also had another brother who won the title, but the Hiltons on the whole did not do what people thought they were going to quite do. But Matthew and Davey were able to win titles. And Eric Lucas, well, or Luca, to pronounce it properly, is the current world champion and has done a real good job.
And Donny Lalonde trying to show up on some more lists of Canadian notables. Those to make dramatic comebacks in their 40s. He's been aiming that right hand and targeting it all night long, but so far it has been the left hand of Virgil Hill that has been telling the story. 22-5 land edge in that 8th round in terms of jabs. In terms of going past 8 rounds, you see the work both men have done. Virgil Hill 26-3. Donny Lalonde 5-3.
Throughout their careers, very simply put, although both have been world champions, because Hill was a former 2-time WBA light heavyweight champ and an IBF light heavyweight champ and a cruiserweight champ. Throughout their careers, everything being said fairly, Hill has fought the much better opposition overall. Hill looks like he's taking a little vacation again this round. See, Hill keeps his hands down too. We knocked Lalonde for keeping his hands down, but the thing is, Hill has the ability to come forward and make Lalonde pay keeping his hands down. And Lalonde will go straight back and pay. Lalonde doesn't really have the ability to make Hill pay for keeping his hands down. He doesn't really come forward that much.
It's a very busy 6th, 7th, and 8th round for Virgil Hill, but the first minute here of this 9th round He only threw 5 punches and landed 1.
And there's one other reason why, Joe. See, he was keeping those hands down. Now, Lalonde kept him down. He paid because Hill came forward. Hill's not paying right now. Lalonde not coming forward as much. And one other reason. When Lalonde keeps him down, he goes straight back. Pass the punch. Hill keeps him down, but he'll move his head. He wouldn't go straight back. If he kept him down and went straight back, then there would be a bigger price to pay for that floor. Because Hill's not leading right now. He's keeping his hands down, but he's not leading.
Time is the 1 point.
Bill Turner with the warning. There's that short little left hand, Teddy, from Virgil Hill.
A little better round for Lalonde, but not so much what he's done. More what Hill has not done. Hill at 39, we said it. Seems like he's taking a little bit of a break. And again, Hill standing at that distance. He shouldn't stand that.
We have mayhem here ringside as a fan just tried to dive into the ring, and thankfully security was on top of that in a split second. Tackled him literally about 3 feet in back of me. And they're holding up this 10th round. Tremendous job by security, Teddy, as a fan. Literally tried to do a Superman into the ring at the start of this 10th round. And they're taking him away.
I don't know why they're holding around, though. That's outside the ring, and it doesn't stop anything from happening inside the ring. It's reminiscent of the Fan Man, Riddick Bowe, of course, fighting Evander Holyfield in their second fight in the rematch. Things were held up because the Fan Man and more flew into the ring. And that could have changed the dynamics of that fight. We'll see if this delay here changes the dynamics of the fight. Because now there are fans that are able to yell at Hill, able to start cheering for Lalonde. We'll see whether or not this delay here of about 40 seconds, maybe a minute, changes the dynamics in the last round of this fight. Lalonde needs help.
10th and final round between Virgil Hill and Donny Lalonde. In that 9th round, it was the first time all night that the 43-year-old Donny Lalonde was able to outland Virgil Hill. Hill really came off the gas pedal there, Teddy.
Yes, he did. Well, that was the one concern I was saying. If you were back of Hill, his last 2 fights have been the heaviest of his career. And he was slowing down. What kind of shape was he in? But he's got enough of a lead here where even in the hometown or the home country of Lalonde, other than a real big round by Lalonde, which would probably involve big right hands and maybe even a knockout, it would seem to be Hill's fight without doubt. I talk about it all the time. Max and Brian very well just touched on it. It's not the temperament of Hill to be a closer, to take things to the ultimate. He's been able to dominate this fight with the it looks like there's opportunities for him to do more, to maybe even stop the run, but it's not his temperament to do that. And at 39, I don't think that's going to change.
Good work with the left hand once again here in the 10th round for Virgil Hill.
It's all Hill.
After the 9th round that he looked to take off, right back to what has worked well for him tonight.
There would seem to be opportunities. Following what Max and Brian said, I would say you're right. There seem to be opportunities for Hill to step it up and stop Lalonde. But it is not his personality to do that. This is to box, use that left hand, and to get W's, even when he was young.
against Virgil Hill.
That was bad news just a moment ago. There's only 20 seconds left, but that was bad news of yours. And he landed the right hand, and Hill talked back to him.
This has been a very big 10th round for Virgil Hill. He's been steady with the jab. He's been landing power shots. So Virgil Hill and Donny Lalonde, they go the 10 rounds. For the most part, it was uphill against Virgil Hill for the Golden Boy. The official word between Virgil Hill and Donny Lalonde. For that, we send it up to Dave Wheeler.
Ladies and gentlemen, another round of applause for these two veteran fighters in a fight that had just about everything. An amazing fight from these two gentlemen right here. From the official scorecard, Judge O'Brien scores it 98-91. Judge Tapper scores the fight 98-91. And Judge Corona scoring the fight 99-90. Your winner by a unanimous decision, Virgil Hill!
Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please click like and subscribe for more.